Hello, AniGains viewers. We are back. Everybody's favourite ethnically confused uncles are back. The boys are back in town. We've returned. I don't know how many moons has it been since we decided to get together to film another one of these. Like last episode was filmed.
That was before the seminar because we've done the midnight one at yours.
Yes, yeah. That was after Chicken George. Um,
Oh,
oh, Chicken Jeezy.
what
Oh,
a spill! What a spill!
oh, we dropped weed. Didn't fucking eat anything for like 24 hours after diarrhea broke out. Anyway, we're back. And we're back. Well, actually, fuck it. I'm gonna just get straight into it. We're back because your uncles are pissed off. You know, us unks. We were sat in our armchairs and we saw some hootering and hollering going on in the bodybuilding community, specifically to do with our community, the lovely people at Megacon. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the weekend was it the weekend that just got was
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Arnold's was hosted in the NEC as well as Megacon, and there was one other event. I'm not quite sure what the
It was a gaming
It was a
thing.
gaming one, yeah.
yeah.
Dream something. I don't know.
DreamCon was it?
No, it didn't finish with con. I don't know.
Either way, all of those guys were like into one venue, and apparently, surprise, surprise, the bod the they've everybody's been branded as like the bodybuilders. I can promise you, Wesley Vissers did not make fun of a single person. It's the weird fucking like chronically online losers who don't have a place and are deeply insecure. They decided to harass and make the some of the MegaCon attendees feel unhappy, and this this pissed all of us off to the point where we actually have now made the time to get back on here and speak about things. So if you don't want to see three unks crashing out, I would click off now. Because that's exact boys. I don't want to take that. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but I think we're all itching to get things off the chest. So I want to give somebody else an opportunity. Kez, you were there, right?
I was there. I was there. So it's interesting because when I showed up, the first thing I saw was got nothing to do with the Arnold at all. I just saw people coming out in cosplay. I'm like, am I at the right venue? Like, have I come to the right place here? And then I walk further through a sea of people wearing cosplay, and then I realized there's a convention going on called Megacon, and I was like, you know what? I could actually just stay here. I could just stay
Yeah.
here in this Megacon and I'd be happy. And I made the mistake of going past it and then going into the actual Arnold Expo.
Well,
Yeah. So
like,
you, you're right, Noah.
Sorry, I'm putting my berries on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So I went into the Arnold, but yeah. Obviously, afterwards, I saw all this discourse online about the stuff that happened with the back and forth. At the time, like personally, I didn't see any of it in person. But from what I could see, I could just see people. Yeah, it seemed like more of a family-friendly event with the con. So there were a lot of kids there, a lot of like people with the parents and everything, all dressed up in cosplay. And I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And it's just a happy coincidence that this is on the same time as the Arnold. And yeah, obviously I went to the Arnold. It was what it was really. It was just an expo.
It was shit.
Yeah.
It was shit.
Honestly, my favorite part of the Arnold was the show itself. That was really cool. Seeing Andrew Jacked in person, seeing Andre Diu, Vitor Chavez, that was really cool. But yeah, the expo was fine. It was nice seeing people who were familiar with, but other than that, like I could have probably gone in about 15 minutes. But yeah, and then obviously then I go home and then I see all this stuff online about people being harassed by people who are attending the Arnolds, and the large number of people. I know there was the stuff with Greg Doucette and all that, which was a bit silly. I think his rebuttal to that was, oh well, I call my fans or my followers unemployed, whatever. Like that's by the by. I think the main thing was when people are like literally going up to people, interviewing them and actually harassing them. And then I think people, I think I heard one person asking a girl to like lift up her skirt, and I think she was like either underage or very close to being underage. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, is this what content is nowadays? I just don't get like who are you trying to make this content for? Is it like supposed to be witty, funny, or clever? It just makes you look like an idiot. And it's making these people feel like super uncomfortable who are there. And they're just there to have a good time at the end of the day. And I find it ironic as well that, yeah, you might look at these people dressed up in cosplay and think that's weird. That's fine. But bro, like you're literally at a bodybuilding expo. As a
Yeah.
bodybuilder or someone doing this or making content, you're weird. The rest of the world looks
Yeah.
at you as weird as well, man. So surely you'd have some like self-awareness to think, do you know what? Like we might have different interests, but we're each doing our own thing, and it is what it is. You don't have to like it, but you've just got to respect
Keep your
it for what
opinions
it
to
is.
yourself.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, yeah, it's just a shame, really. It's a shame when you see this sort of thing happening. And it's good to see since then, like people have been speaking up about it, and then people have been a lot more encouraging. Like a lot of the open bodybuilders have actually been like supporting it. I think I saw Patrick Moore. He said he put a comment saying like he's massively into anime and he loved the cosplay side of things. So yeah, man, it's just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. That's the main message and the main takeaway really. And as us lot who because we're both in both scenes, I suppose. We love anime, we love the culture of that, and we love bodybuilding as well. Yeah, that's the main thing. Just let people enjoy both because there are loads of people who enjoy both, and there's a big subculture on the internet now of people who are getting into bodybuilding through anime. And I feel like
Yeah.
partly we kind of did that in some form or
Yeah.
another as well. So I feel like they are massively interlinked. Like you saw, like the traditional Dragon Ball physiques, Baki, stuff like that is a large inspiration for why people actually get into bodybuilding. So, yeah, just don't be a dick,
I think
essentially.
for me, I went on the Friday, and I was with boys like Butcher, Josh. I was with a number of different guys, and not all of them like anime. Butcher doesn't really see the side of cosplaying and things such as that. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't get it, and he doesn't need to either. Do you know what I mean? But you're not going to see Butcher going over and making these fucking videos mocking someone and putting them down. And it was, again, like Qais says, I didn't see anything like in person because I spent my time in the expo. But it was quite often like out in that kind of common area between the two venues that it was kind of going down. And yeah, it was these people are trying to get together. If you're going out and dressing up, you're already going to put yourself in somewhat more of a vulnerable position, I suppose. It's not the social norm to dress up in a costume and go out, for example. So you're already putting yourself in a vulnerable position where someone might not feel the most comfortable, the most confident that exact moment, and picking on that because you'd see them as an easy target it's shit. It's absolutely shit, and it's people that should fucking know better as well.
Yeah.
And it is just punching down to try and get a laugh, and it's very much like schoolboy bully shite. And
Yeah.
listen, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm fucking goody two shoes and I've never been a prat before, right? But there's a big difference whenever you start filming someone in an attempt to not only just like put them down and humiliate them online and post it for a completely different culture that an industry that they're not going to see it and they're not going to be in that kind of realm. It's a shame. And again, these people are very close to being underage, if anything, underage with their family. They're not going to want to be put in that position whatsoever. And I think that the sad thing is you could almost tell that something like this could have happened. And I think that there was a bit of negligence from the people that were running these organisations like the NEC to have them. As much as it shouldn't happen, I think that for at least us, we could probably see that this might have happened. And it's shit to see because again, we've got our foot in both of these camps, and we've been to cons before, we've dressed up, we've cosplayed, we've done plenty of that stuff. Kez, you've even done it in America and everything. Like we've had experience doing these things, and I know for myself, it was one of the best things I've ever done international. Like I'd done it abroad, and I met so many new friends. And when I look back at photos, it's one of the happiest times I've had. And for a lot of these people, it would have been their first time because it's a big event. You know, they're going to be with lots of like-minded people. And if their experience is sullied by just fucking cunts, then that puts a dampener on not only their experience of cosplaying and putting themselves out there, but even the bodybuilding scene. You just get a
Yeah.
worse name. We're already seen as relatively vain, you know, arrogant, muscle bound, this, that, the other, and pricks now, as well as that. And
Mm.
it puts an even worse representation. And, you know, one of the things that is so prevalent in anime and culture and that industry is, you know, self-improvement and being better than last time and helping one another. And these are some of the lessons that you learn in things like Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, fucking Demon Slayer. All of these like core lessons are taught in some of the biggest animes. And I'm pretty sure these people that are making these bullshit videos and insulting these people will have been like, oh, I'm doing this, I need to be better, bro, I need to get stronger, bro, I need to do this for this, that, and the other. There's so many, you know, if you're to draw a Venn diagram, the average gym bro and anime fans and cosplayers, you've got a lot more in common in that little middle section than you realise. And there's a complete ignorance to it just because they're dressing up. And it didn't sit well. I think it was shit to see, to be honest with you. But I don't want to sit and say fucking everything and start going on an absolute rant. But yeah, it was a very sad sight to see the videos. You see some people that sorry, I'm keep going. You saw some people that are really, really inviting and welcoming and actually just fucking let these people be themselves. And mate, I saw some of the costumes, mental. I've cosplayed before. Did I have a costume as good as some of these people? Like it's sick to see. But you also have the small minority, and sometimes whenever you hear the minority, they're a lot louder than the majority. So it's a
Yeah.
shame. It is a shame for sure.
I think so. For myself, I didn't actually attend the Arnold's, and that was partially, well, funnily enough, it was actually partially due to this. Like, I at the minute have a massive issue with content within the bodybuilding space as a whole. I'll get back into that, but like, just the sort of like clout chasing, rage baiting, anything for relevancy and views, sort of agenda and narrative is being pushed through the scene at the minute. At least that was my sort of experience when I went in 2024. It wasn't really like I'd never been to the Arnold's, you know, like it wasn't really like my kind of place. Like after that, like yeah, you get a couple of like free goodies, but like you have to queue in line for hours for them. I was like, no, it just seemed a bit now. I was debating going to go see the bodybuilding, like the actual good part.
That
Um,
was the best bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like yeah, for me, I didn't go because I didn't want to be around that. And then when I see that the Arnold is everything I expected it to be and worse, like, had I known that Megacon was going on, I would have actually legitimately attended that instead. Um,
Genuinely, honestly, like if I knew, I would have told you lot, and I'd be like, let's just go at that and do
yeah,
cosplay, and maybe just go to the Arnold for like 10 minutes, and then
yeah.
just
But I would have probably done the Megacon and then actually like gone to go watch the bodybuilding after that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
That'd
in
be such
cosplay.
a better use of a fucking time.
yeah. Like
But that'd be so
honestly,
cool to show, like, you know what, you can do both. Like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can enjoy both. And
Because no, go on.
no, sorry, I was just gonna say. To be fair, I did see a few creators who did cosplay and did go to both, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of them was like, he's actually competes in PCA. He dresses up as like Wolverine, and he calls himself Mr. Wolverine or something. And yeah, so he attended the cosplay show, and then came to the Arnold and was just taking photos with people dressed up as Wolverine. I'm like, you know
Oh,
what,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool, man. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like for me, for example, right? Like the first convention I ever attended was Comic Con. Like, I was 11 years old when I went to my first one, right? Like that was my first experience at a con. So I mean, yeah, naturally I probably would gravitate a little bit more towards MegaCon because it's more of my thing, right? Um, and I can tell you straight off the bat, like when I attended Comic Con for the first time, I was again, like I say, I was 11. I just moved into secondary school, and I wasn't really used because I came from quite a small town. I wasn't really quite used to sort of like the response or the backlash I would get for being openly into like anime and like having a Naruto headband in form. Like I didn't realize that. Apparently, that's not cool to do nowadays. Thankfully, it's like it's a little bit more accepted.
Yeah.
But, like I tell you straight for fucking now, if I would have when I went to Comic Con for the first time, that was like the one place I felt like I was accepted. There, there was a community there. Megacon as well is like it's a bit more than just like Comic Con. It's like everything, and it's a family like friendly event. You get people of all ages, of all different backgrounds, sort of like coming together and finding their own community in one different thing. One of the absolute fucking hunts who did the video, like what's his name, J2 Hunt. I don't know that waste of
Yeah.
oxygen.
Yeah.
He jumped into like somebody else's like a cosplay community group. And I remember like actually being a part of one of those when I was younger, and like finding and seeing and meeting like-minded people, and like just to have that experience ruined for you on like one day of the year where like you get to go and like see and make new friends. Some people go to these things alone to make new friends, and almost having that experience be belittled or ruined by somebody else is so fucking pathetic, man. Like genuinely so pathetic. Like I would say, and I would say to any like person who's like cosplaying or has gone out for the day, like you know who you are. You are sure in yourself. You know what you like. You know that like you have a place to fit in. You have a massive fandom. That fandom that he fucking ruined. That's Gachakita. That was the anime that I've been like pushing to you guys. Like, guys, get on this show. It's fucking cool. But I can guarantee you that prick would have never came and made fun of me, right? He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
He would not do something fucking stupid. But you go up to, like a younger girl, you make fun of her cosplay. I saw a girl who cosplayed as a character from, again, one of my favorite like niche. I say it's niche. It's not that niche. A video game called Omori. She cosplayed a character called Sweetheart. And somebody's asking her some fucking really vulgar things, and like I just think to myself, like, you wouldn't say it. You wouldn't say it to somebody like me, And if you would, you wouldn't fucking do it without a camera, trying to get a reaction. Like, if you are this desperate to fit in, where you feel as if like you need to make fun or punch down on somebody else, you are a fucking loser. Like, genuinely, you are a fucking loser. You need to take a look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to understand that, like, I don't know. I'm getting fucking angry even just speaking about it. But like, it's just like it's not hard to. It's nice to be nice, you know. Like I think we can all agree. It's not even as a case of like if you don't understand it, if you don't respect it, don't engage. Like it's just fucking be nice to people. Like, you can see that
Yeah.
people are out having fun. Like they don't want to talk to you, bro. Like cosplay is not consent. You do not start taking out your phone. You do not film somebody. You do not record somebody without their consent. You do not sexually harass anybody under any circumstance. This isn't even a case of understanding respect. This is basic human like
Human
interaction.
morals. Yeah.
Yeah, like how are you that poorly socialized that you don't understand that? And this feeds into what I was saying with the rage bait content. Where I don't know if I'm just so detached from things. I just don't understand when it became so cool to just be a cunt. Like, even like fucking Greg Douchet, right? Like you're gonna hold up a phone in front of a bunch of people who don't know that you're recording, don't want to be recorded, but he's got a massive audience, and you're just making fun of them. You know what you're
Yeah.
doing. You know you're taking the piss out of people. Like you're not fucking stupid. And like I see so many people so quick to defend him. Oh well, actually, he calls everybody. Shut the fuck up. These aren't his fans, right?
Yeah, it's a
You don't.
completely different demographic. That's not their sense of humor. That's not their joke. All you're doing is
Yeah,
sending. I don't know how many people Greg Doucette has, but it's probably a million plus, right? All you're doing
it's
is,
like 5 million. Yeah, like he's
yeah,
huge. Yeah,
you're leading so many young people to see this and think that behavior like that is acceptable at the end of the day.
yeah,
Because again, the majority of his fan base are impressionable little kids. And the same goes for a lot of these people that are making the videos, because a lot of them are going to be catered towards wee guys that think that it's okay, because again, it is that kind of high school picking on someone, And again, people are going to be very impressionable, think that's okay, and it perpetuates and it perpetuates. And hopefully, from people standing up and being like, listen, that's fucking not on, it kind of stops, you know?
yeah,
But
yeah. No, like genuinely, like I just don't understand how in a community that is supposed to be about self betterment, how it is just devolved into just like trying to gauge or react anything to go viral. Like you just have no morals. Like you just take up space in a community that doesn't even. If you do that, if you make rage bait content, like I can say 99% of bodybuilders do not want you in the fucking space, right? Like
Yeah.
if your goal is to make other people unhappy, like to get traction towards your business, it's weird. It's off key. Like I'm not saying like you have to be friendly with everybody. I mean, in this podcast, I've called several people cunts. But fuck them. Because like if you can't, if you have nothing positive to say, or you feel as if you have to punch down towards somebody to make yourself stand out, you are the problem. Like
Yeah.
flat and simple, you are the problem. Um,
I think there
yeah,
was
man.
from being at the Arnold's this year, and I went in 2024 as well, Cam, you could tell there was a difference in the environment. So in
Right.
2024, you obviously had lots of different stands and the expo was full, but this time it was very much a younger audience, which is one thing that I noticed. But second of all, the expo wasn't so much of an expo. It felt more like a meet and greet. You've got these big
Okay.
people at the
Right.
stands, and it wasn't really about here's the brand, this is us. It was big long queues to meet an influencer, and that was really it. Now, again, the whole point of an expo, it's not just about getting free stuff, but everyone wants to be able to pick up some fucking free goodies, right? The
Yeah,
majority
yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
expo was just queues to see someone for a photo and then go. Everyone lives on their phone these days, and for some reason thinks that their behaviors behind the camera aren't actually fucking happening, which blows my
Mm.
mind. Which is why people have the arrogance and the obnoxiousness to make these videos, because for some reason they think that because they make the video and it goes up online, that's all it does. But this can affect a little girl if she's been told to fucking lift up her skirt. This will fucking, as much, it'll stay with her. You know what I mean? If that's her first
Yeah,
experience at one of these things, she'll think that's the norm, and she'll be like, fuck that, I'm not doing that again. And you could tell that there was a different demographic and audience in the expo itself, and obviously that's led to different behaviours outside. But I think it shows where the whole industry is kind of headed at the moment, and it's more so about online and personalities, and it's a shower of shit, to be honest with you. The expo as a whole wasn't great, but it was nowhere near as good as 2024. Nowhere near as good, and I think that is the tide shifting in the way that things are going these days.
yeah, yeah. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that like so like again, like I remember like kind of getting into bodybuilding and the industry for the first time. And again, it's like you say that tide shift changes. When I got into this, it was very different to what it is now. I think that's why I harbor so much frustration towards this because again, I've been in the like the fucking anime and alternative scene since I was wee high, and that's never changed. That's only become more popular, and like fandoms have only got bigger, online expression has only got bigger, and it's really cool to see. But it's just weird seeing something you love, like, and I'm talking about bodybuilding here, like just turn to be not that. And I'm not saying like everything's going to shit. I'm just saying again, I think one of you boys said it, like a small crowd can sometimes be very, very loud and this anger is not directed towards Andrew Jacks. Of course, it's fucking not. This anger is made towards anybody that makes rage bait content specifically, or thinks it's okay to record people without their consent or belittle them. For attention or views or to get laughs in a group chat. And if that feels like that is you, and if you feel as if the shoe fits, you are not welcome within, the bodybuilding community. I would say, from what I remember it being, a person like that is not welcome here.
Yeah, for something that's meant to be empowering, uplifting, and a community feel, like
Your life,
that's
yeah,
that's it's not what it is anymore. It's not what it is. Um, yeah, and even I got into the industry much later than you boys, but even when I got in, it wasn't the way it is now, which is a shame, I suppose. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It's
Do you
getting
lot?
bodybuilding's.
Yeah.
Sorry, when you go.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Well, bodybuilding's just getting consumed by more and more people. With the sport getting more mainstream, it's more easily accessible. And again, with that, with social media, there's going to be bad eggs in every single thing. But I think because social media is becoming, the younger people are born into it these days. I think for at least my age, I was one of the last age groups that kind of grew up without it. You go out and play football, you're not consumed by a fucking iPad from the womb, So I think that there is that kind of what's the phrase? Parasocial relationships as well. Like you seem to think you've got these connections with people that you don't, and there's such a detachment from the online and real life work that people just seem to think it's normal, which it blows my mind. And anyone with a normal functioning brain, it doesn't compute. But for some reason, it just seems like it's a bit more accepted and normalized with the younger generation at the minute.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, do you lot not feel like this is also like a reflection on the current, let's just state of social media where like negative content is the one that performs better, so people kind of just lean into that. And also, I feel like even within the bodybuilding subculture specifically, I'm seeing it more and more now. Like, I don't know, the culture of like just kind of focusing on the negatives. And I don't know if you know, like we've talked about this, like the group chat type of subculture where there'll be a group of people where they'll just, let's just say, mock someone who's not even doing anything crazy, who's just doing like putting himself out there, living his life, sharing his journey, and then they'll just share it to a group chat and then mock them, and then that's like literally all someone does. And this is me kind of veering off a little bit. But for me, I feel like people like that, I don't know, it's just a very negative way to look about it, because ultimately, like if you're not offering encouragement to people, or if you're not offering something positive, like why even comment or do anything? Because I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I think
There are a group of
something
people
that
within the space that's literally all they do.
something that I've noticed is that, at least as a coach, Cam, you'll know the same. There will be clients that come to you that are struggling with gym anxiety, that are already apprehensive enough to get into a gym, and they've got that stigma that people are going to be watching, people care what I do, people are thinking about what I do. And in reality, not many, like you really don't give a fuck. Like, boys, when was the last time you went to the gym and you spent your session thinking about what someone else is doing on a different machine? It doesn't fucking happen, right? We don't care. But because there is the very small minority that will do shit like that, all of a sudden the fear of going into somewhere like a gym where you're literally just trying to better yourself, and so should everyone else be, If you see someone that's incredibly overweight that's doing the Stairmaster or something like that, they're in there for a reason. They're trying to lose body fat. They're trying to improve themselves. And you'll have people that are very overweight who are trying to better themselves but will feel insecure in the gym because of that stigma. And I think that it's always been there, but with social media and people filming people without their consent, if they're doing something, or maybe they're not the stereotypical gym bro, maybe they're doing a different exercise, or maybe they're someone who's really overweight, or someone that's very much the other end of the scale where they're a lot skinnier, and all of a sudden they're getting filmed on Snapchat and they're getting sent to XYZ. Like, it keeps that fucking gym anxiety around, and before you know, like, people will demonize a gym because they have poor experiences, and it goes across everything. So unfortunately, it's not something that's new. It's just that we've got so much more exposure to it now because of social media.
Yeah. Well, I would say I partially do almost like agree with Kez a little bit, where it's like I remember like if you didn't like a video you watched, you would just click off of it. Like if
Yeah.
I saw there's always cringe on the internet, right? Like if I saw something I didn't like, I would just click off. Or if I'm feeling if something's really rubbed me the wrong way, you're getting a dislike on your YouTube video, buddy. You're getting a 1-star rating on your YouTube. But like, I would never think to like fucking waste my time to share that with someone else. Like, if I don't like something, like I just kind of like fucking move past it. Like,
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
know, I think like again, just to sort of like expand on what Noah's saying, with like sort of like gym anxiety. So I was in a part of a group chat, right? I won't name names. But essentially like some kid got recorded or filmed or whatever, like doing an exercise incorrectly. And it literally is just that same thing. Like I said earlier, like just because you are in just because you're occupying a same space as somebody, that does not give you permission to record that individual without their permission. Like fair enough, if you're like filming yourself training, somebody else is in the background doing something, fair enough. Like that's whatever. But if you are going out of your way to film someone else and with the intent to belittle them, and you want to like you are either coached or you have coaching yourself, and you didn't think to maybe offer that person some advice, like if it is like really bad to the point where they're gonna fucking injure themselves, like okay, maybe go over and say something. But if it's not that, like, mate, like you are a coach. You want to be a coach. Do your part. Like, give somebody some advice. Help someone. Like the amount of times like I was in the gym, like fucking when I was 19 years old, I actually had somebody come up to me, as a powerlifting coach, and he told me, he's like, bro, your RDL form is shit. Between you and me, like he didn't make a big thing about it. He was not trying to do a CTA. He was just like, bro, you're gonna actually hurt yourself. Like you need to do it like this. And he was like, he gave me like one of like the best cues that I still use to this day. Like push your glutes out like you're trying to shut a car door seat with your ass. And I'm like, yeah, cool, cheers, mate. From then, I progressed my RDLs from 45 kilos to 260. You know, I still use that piece of advice. I'm 25 now. I grew up using this guy's technique, and I'll shout him out actually. Trained by Nick. Train with Nick. Wow, fuck. If I fucked up your handle, bro, I'm sorry. Powerlifting coach in a local area, fantastic. But like, if it weren't for him, if he could have easily filmed me, sent it into the gym group chat, and be like, "Look at this fucking space cadet! Like, what an idiot!" Like, mate, my lower back could have been fucked. I probably would have been put off of RDLs and would not have the posterior chain I do now. If you want to be a coach, lead by example. Lead. Don't just don't. I just don't understand how hard it is just not to be a dick. Like of all
Yeah.
the have like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, no, because I've had conversations with several, let's just say younger individuals who've just asked me about like putting yourself out there on social media. And a lot of them have told me like I'm terrified of posting on
yeah,
social media because of the fear of being sent to group chats. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so sad to hear people saying that. Like at this point now, I'm old and grown enough. I don't care. Like if I get shared, I get shared. It is what it is. But for young kids, that's like an apprehensive thing. For that
yeah.
fear of being judged and like ridiculed and mocked for just living the life and putting themselves out there and doing what they want to do. Like, and these people who are grown men who are doing this, by the way, who are sharing it, like they're acting like they're some perfect beings who have never like
Yeah.
done anything cringy or made any mistakes with anything they do in their life. So I don't know. It's just
What,
that's one thing I really hate about social media is like this
Yeah.
sort of thing where
We
people
have that
are just in
thing up
fear of
here.
being mocked.
Yeah, up here it's ready culture. So you get called a ready if you do something embarrassing. You get like a red face. That's the ready culture. And there's a big thing up in Scotland. Obviously, Scotland's a pretty fucking small country to be fair, but no one ever goes against the grain here. No one thinks of it because the slaggings you'd get, the abuse you'd get, it's fucking, you'd get tormented with it. Absolutely tormented if you try to do something different. And that's what stopped me for the longest time. I'd started making fitness content in lockdown. That's how I started training. I started training from doing an ALS challenge for doing 25 push-ups a day for 25 days. And then I was filming myself in 3 days and I thought, oh fuck, I can't keep posting this. I stopped. Then I was doing outside workouts, garden workouts. And all of a sudden I could see that it's getting shared about. I deleted about 15 different workouts trying to help people how to train. Do you want to grow your biceps? Do something like this. I've got all them archived because I was so anxious about getting them sent across. And then I stopped posting for about a year. I deleted everything off my Instagram. I had absolutely nothing for my fitness thing. And it wasn't until I stopped talking to everyone from high school. I don't want to sit and say it's because of any one particular person or group of people, but it coincided with stopping talking to my pals. And from detaching myself from the group of people that I was surrounded with, it allowed me to just do my own stuff. And you learn that everyone grows at different rates. And a lot of people get stuck in that high school mindset where anything that's different is a bit fucking strange. And, you know, you've got the different groups of people. You might have the popular kids and all that fucking shite. Like, everyone grows at different rates. And for some reason, everyone still thinks that, oh, it's embarrassing to post this or post that. And there's so many people that want to make their own business, try out doing fucking makeup and beauty, or maybe they want to go and do something, but they're too shit fear because they still think that everyone thinks like high school. No one gives a fuck. Post what you want, post only what you fucking want, and you will be so much happier. You will be so much happier. And all three of us, had we listened to those people, we would not be sat here doing a fucking anime podcast. And the thing is, we know fine well that this will have been sent to people being like, oh, well, that's a bit fucking, that's a bit fucking weird.
Even say a picture we posted and Milton Keynes said that got 25 shares. You think we got mentioned
Yeah.
on 25 stories?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Like, yeah.
We know fine fucking well that our shit gets sent around. You know, I know that people that I went to school with still talk about me. And that's not me trying to sound fucking vain or brash, but I'm so much more comfortable with myself just now. I feel great because there's no fucking like shackles on me to confine within the norm and just being yourself. You know, we've all got our own things that make us just ourselves, and we all can post that shit, and it's nice, it's freeing. And for some reason people seem to be caged in and too scared to do anything about it. So if you are watching, please just fucking post whatever you want and don't listen to these gimps from school, or see if your friend group don't fucking back you, fuck them off. I cut off all my friends from school. I am so much fucking happier, right? And I know they're not going to watch this because they think anime's gay, so it's all right. But I don't speak to a single person from high school anymore, and it is so fucking freeing because anytime I did anything, there was a few fucking comments, there was a few side eyes, there was a few messages in other group chats that I'm not in. I'm not stupid. I was aware of it, but thankfully now I can sit back and be like, I don't give a fuck, and that's something that everyone will get to eventually. But it's learning how to stop caring. I think it's the biggest thing, and it takes time.
Yeah. I agree. And I think a big thing is framing the positives of what you're doing as well. So for me, ultimately, I know like my content will get sent around on group chats, but that's fine. But for every set share to a group chat, I'm getting people liking it, saving it, messaging me saying, oh, that really helped me. Like, that really helped my posing, or inquiring for business. And I'm like, do you know what? Like, I feel like it's a net positive what I'm doing as a whole. Like, I'm actually like putting out content and helping people, and ultimately trying to contribute in a positive way. If a few people want to share that and make jokes about it, like, have at it. I don't really care, to be honest. And I think when you have that mindset and just don't overthink it too much, that's when like good things will happen, and you'll meet the right people in life, and you'll come across the right people who are supportive, and just appreciate what you do for the right reasons, rather than people who are just gonna maybe be nice to your face in person and then maybe just share your stuff on group chats. And there are people like that, absolutely. There are people like that, but it's just knowing who the good people are, and knowing who actually has your back.
I think in this industry it's quite easy to tell who's the good people, you know, like they stand out, they do stand out. Sorry, I think I cut off cam there.
No, you sound. I went like that and then just. You sound. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, patched. Cool.
No, sorry. On you go. I've spoken too much already.
No, go ahead. No, make a point.
Could be 20 minutes of this.
It's very easy to pick out the normal people. You know, if someone's encouraging, even if there's no one's trying to get business out of each other. Like, we started this,
Mm.
right, simply for the fact that we all like the same thing. We thought it would be quite fucking cool. None of us are trying to leech off another person. None of us are trying to fucking bounce and get a name out of this, that, and the other. We do it because we enjoy it, you know. And there's people out there that maybe don't do that. But you can tell who's genuine quite easily, in my opinion, and you can weed out the wankers, and you can formulate your group around that, I suppose.
Well, yeah, it's just that. I think it sort of ties into both things, right? Like really culture, and then also just like the people that are like sharing around your shit. It's funny that it's just such a small town mindset. It's like all you know is your four walls, right? And anything out of the norm is weird. I guarantee you, if you're one of those people that like you wanna poke fun of your friend because like, oh, she's wearing J fashion, or like, oh, he trains a bit weird, you are staying in that box. You're not going to move. You're not going to grow. And while everybody else who is brave enough to sort of like leave that box of where they grew up in and sort of discover themselves goes on to do things like travel the world, make different friends, be have like like my friend group is so varied and so mixed. I'm very fortunate to have met so many different people because I've not been afraid to put myself out there. I'm friends with so many like the actual cool people in like some the bodybuilding scene. I speak to them daily. I speak to my friends outside of that. My friends that I've made through anime or like fashion or whatever. When you stay within your box and when you want to laugh at anybody else who's not afraid to put themselves out there, just know that you're going fucking nowhere and you will not have aged or learned any new experiences from when you put yourself in that box. For a lot of people, it is at high school. That's why people peak in high school because they learn what's cool. They fight so hard to be accepted. They know what works and what is safe. And if you're not willing to leave your safe little box, you are a pussy. You'll go fucking nowhere. And your life, I'm sorry, it's just going to decline because you're not going to be as cool as you were in high school. In fact, you're going to get older. It's not as cool when you're pushing 30 years old to be making the same jokes you were when you were maybe 17. Some of your friends, maybe they'll step out that box a little bit more. They'll look at you like you're a fucking loser. And to be honest, you are. If all you have to show for yourself is shitting on the same people that you were in high school that are going on to go do cool things now, or like your comfort zone, just stay there, man. Because this world it has a lot to offer, and you can really only grasp that when you start stepping out a little bit more. Like I don't know, I might go into something a little bit personal. Like I was in like a kind of a relationship that was a little bit like that for an extended period of time, 7 years. And I noticed an immediate shift once that happened. Once I didn't have, sort of like input from somebody else who was very much in their box. Um, I felt a lot more able to like, to be myself, to self-express, without being judged for it, to communicate with who I wanted to be, and like it's led me into the position now where the last thing that was said to me was that like you're doing too much, you won't be shit. And in the last like fucking like that was when I first went full time. My business has more than tripled since then. I am like doing things now that like I never thought I would get the opportunity to do. But like this weekend, I'm going to be going to shows. I'm going to stand out when I'm at these shows as well. I'm not competing. I've got people competing in these shows, but like that's the thing. It's like I never thought I'd be in a position where I get to be myself. I get to stand out. I get to coach people. I get to live the dream I always wanted to because I put myself out there because I wasn't afraid to. And when I went back to like my hometown, funny enough, and like I saw those same people from high school, they're now telling me how cool what I'm doing is. Don't get me wrong, they're probably still sharing my shit and laughing at me behind my back, but I don't give a fuck. It doesn't change the fact that I've made new friends. I'm doing cool things. I've moved on with my life. You should, if you're passionate about bodybuilding, if you're passionate about self growth and development, you need to put yourself outside your comfort zone. You will go nowhere by trying to fit in. I'm sorry, you won't stand out. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think us going in cosplay in Milton Keynes was one of the best things we've ever done. That was a character building experience.
that was law. It was like
Yeah.
the best thing I've ever done.
For,
Maybe.
for our growth to
Oh yeah.
increase our XP stats, I think that was
It was
very
definitely
character building.
badge of honors were earned for definite. I don't know what's happened with Noah. I think is he bugged out on your screen as well?
He has. Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's bugging out. No, like yeah, that was it was definitely cool. I would love to do something similar like that again. In fact, fuck it. Like I've even said, I don't know if I've said on the pod like my competitive plans. Like I will be going to Comic-Con London midway through prep. Like I'll be doing the British finals, and then my next outing after that is MCM London. I will be peaked to perfection.
I'll say, bro.
Mate, look, genuinely,
Super draw protocol right before.
yeah, I need to carb load. I need to make sure. To be fair, I actually I got a picture with a dude dressed as All Might the last time I went, and like we hit like a front double together, and I was like, do you know what? Yeah, fair fox. I'm actually like able to keep up with like this absolute freak.
What day is Comic-Con?
They've not released the official schedule, but it will be the last week of October. So
I'll come. I'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah.
Unfortunately, I'll be doing.
Noah's gone.
I'll be doing. Oh.
No, I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not.
No,
Noah's gone. We'll take that as a no from Noah. But yeah, we need. Have you decided what you're going to dress up as?
Oh, well, I really would like to do a sort of a guts cosplay.
With Dragon Slayer?
Yeah, well, this is the thing, because it's like when you bring in like large props into the venue, they often get taken away from because Dragon Slayer is fucking massive.
It's so big. I'm reading volume 6 now, so he's got Dragon Slayer now.
Yeah. So it's like that's a hefty fucking thing to carry around. I might do. I thought about Eren Yeager in the 4th season of Attack on Titan.
What, the Chad Eren?
Yeah, Chad Eren.
Chad Eren.
Yeah. Well, because like my face will be like dialed in by that point.
Are you going to get him when he's got his hair tied back?
Yeah.
Here's the right length for it now, anyway.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think Chad Eren potentially is on the cards. I did debate doing a Zorro as well.
That would be good.
Yeah. What's it like? I'm trying to convince Derek Go to stay lean so that we could do Itadori and Toji or Todo rather. Yeah. I think that. Yeah, that'd be a cool little combo. Yeah, I don't know. Like we could do like a big group one if you boys are coming.
I'll come because I don't think there's another show around then, so I think I should be all right.
No, there's not like that. I mean, that's why I'm going. There's no fucking show on, so I'm like, all right, I'll roll to London.
No, my prep will definitely be done by then, so should be fine.
Yeah. Oh mate, I'd fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Noah,
spoiler alert.
Are you coming?
No, I'll be doing Halloween in Japan.
Oh yes, yeah. You won't.
So I'll be doing one of the meets over there with my cosplay again.
That's so much fun, man! Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That is good. By the way, you think it's weird how like something like this would have never happened in Japan?
Yeah.
Like the thing. I mean, would have never fucking happened. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like back babbling on the internet, like in on like you get like I've noticed that like if you step outside of the norm there, you get bashed a lot more online. But mate, like no one's getting fucking bullied. Like at an event. Like Japan has its own. I'm not saying like Japan perfect.
There's plenty of issues, but they're not. It's a very different type of thing. The way that they respond to it,
You don't get fucking people saying crazy shit like that to you, man. Like I don't know, like if somebody's walking down the street in J fashion, they're not going to get fucking harassed to the extent that you would if you went through Bradford like that,
Yeah.
Jeez, I shudder at the thought.
But honestly, fucking hell, man. But nah, man. That would be cool. Yeah, that is my plans for the season, and then I'll probably go to PCA Worlds after, and then do Thailand after that, and then I'll be in Japan.
There you go. Have you decided you're gonna One of the two.
One of the two. It's Japan just is more expensive for accommodation, and
Yeah.
there's more rules that don't cater towards having tattoos.
That's
Or
that's
yeah.
not as prevalent as you think.
Are you sure? Like in terms of
Yeah.
gyms and like was even like filming your training, like for example, like
All right, yeah, some gyms are fucking weird about that, but as well, that's like the social media guys. You can't do this in Japan. Watch the video and find out what you can do, though.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it's okay. Like they know fine well that Cam's fitness is not part of the fucking yakuza. I'm pretty sure they'll be
yeah,
okay. You've got
yeah.
Kurapika's chains round your arm. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you're a mob boss.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope I don't come across that way. Yeah, yeah, doing fucking pull downs, heavy ass pull downs. Yeah, that's what mob boss does. Uh, and then he starts sweating and he's like, "I'm going hypo. I need 5,000 calories. I'm the mob boss. I need to get my
I
MBR.
am the mob boss.
I need an
I
off
need
plan
everything.
now."
I need to spill. My 3/4 length shorts are down to my ankles. I need an off plan.
Oh, my shorts are scraping across the floor. Clearly, I'm flat. I need 7-Eleven shite. Oh, fuck me, man. Actually, that's a question for you. How the fuck are you going to do a reversal in Japan? I don't trust you to do that.
I don't really
Like,
trust myself either, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I've
I mean, like,
got
it's expensive to buy groceries out there. Like,
I, yeah, but the thing is, my last show is going to be over there, and the boys are coming over to watch. So I'm allowing my thing is I'm going to be around bodybuilders. I think that's actually going to be a saving grace. The fact that when my mates are over, no. Just I know I'm going to get spilly. Don't worry. But the fact that my mates are quite as serious about their goals as they are will almost hold me a bit back. Like when I went before and it was just myself, I would wake up at 3 in the morning and go to a 24/7 katsu curry restaurant and get
mm,
multiple pieces of fried chicken and just sit there with a big bowl of rice, a miso soup, and binge. I was in a pre-prep diet, right? I know what I'm capable of, right? But I think that being around them for the first couple of weeks, I'll obviously have off plans, but I'm going to be able to enjoy my time with them. And when I'm when I'm by myself, I think I'm at the point now where I also take myself a lot more serious than I did in terms of bodybuilding back then. Like I'm a lot more on the ball now. I care a lot more about what my goals are, and I think I've almost found what I want to achieve in this sport. I want to, I almost want to push myself and become the kind of when someone thinks about men's physique up in Scotland, my name's one of the first things that you'd think of. That's the kind of thing that I want to be able to achieve one day. So I almost need to hold myself to that higher standard to make sure, okay, I can enjoy myself post-show. I'll be in fucking Japan. But I've got big ambitions that I want to have for myself. So I need to also hold myself to that too. So I think I'm just a bit more mature than I was last time.
yeah, yeah. I get that too. Yeah, I was gonna say that as well. It's like I don't think even like if you were by yourself, you'd ever wake up at 3 a.m. to binge now.
Nah,
Like
not anymore.
I don't think you're that kind of guy anymore. Um, but yeah, man. What about you, Kez? What are you? Because you're correct me if I'm wrong, mate. But you're going to be doing. I don't want to announce your shows for you,
I'm
but
doing a show. Well, my
with my last
intention
team.
is to do a show a fair bit earlier than you boys. So let's just say summer shows. The plan is to be doing, but I have had this ongoing issue with my neck and shoulder for about 2 months now. So I haven't actually been able to train push properly for about 2 months. So I've been just doing mobility rehab stuff every single day, being seeing a physio, and it's kind of like it's slowly getting better, but it's still not great. Like I can feel it every single day. I can feel it when I'm training push. When I'm posing, I can feel it as well. So my main thing is I just don't want to go on stage and present a physique that's not my best, regardless of how I place. I just don't want to do that and then have regrets of, well, what if I could have trained push better? What if I could have my traditional fullness, which I know I can have. So I'm still planning on doing the shows, but I just need to, just see over the next, let's just say, couple of weeks. If it does start to get better, then we'll go ahead and do it. I'm actually seeing AJ like a week on Monday, so we'll probably make the decision then, and then we'll see from there.
Just a question. When
Nice.
you say like at your best, do you mean as in like you couldn't have brought anything more, or your best as in
Yes,
um
the first one.
objectively the best physique I have? Like it beats all my previous years.
I'll get that anyway. I'll get that
Oh,
anyway.
yeah,
Like
just do it. Like
I'll get that, but I'm still like, I don't want to be thinking, oh, I could have done more. Because I
Yeah.
know, like, at the start of this, before I had this, I know what I look like, and I know the fullness I had in my physique. And
yeah,
I know I can get it back. If I can train properly, I know I can still get it. Like, my training otherwise is still really good. I feel good. Like, my sleep's good, my energy's good. I feel really good on this prep, other than this issue. So, it's still possible. And I don't get me wrong, I still look decent, I would say. Like, I'm hitting the physique shots, and I don't look bad. It's just I know there's like a level more that I know I can get. So that's the main thing with that. So yeah, we'll see. I'm still somewhat positive about it, and then yeah, some potential exciting shows.
Have you not
Potentially
announced anything?
not yet. I think
Yeah.
when I see AJ, and if we get the green light that we're definitely doing it, I'll say what show I'm doing then for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just say this. One of them I want to do, and this is up in the air whether I do, is WMBF Hong Kong. So that is,
Ooh.
yeah, so that's end of July, that one. So it's July the 27th or something. And they're doing a pro show. So they're doing a men's physique pro show in Hong Kong. And I'm like, I've always wanted to go to Hong Kong, but I've never really had a reason to go. So that would be pretty cool.
think that'll be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite
Yeah.
a lot of Asian pros in men's physique, so yeah, it will be. I don't think many people from outside of Asia will do it, which is cool because I want to compete against the Asian guys.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, you have a very sort of like stereotypical Asian physique, which is just
Mm, not,
crazy down.
yeah, nice muscle bellies and like aesthetics from the front. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And another thing with, and you know this yourself, Cam, like the production at the Asian shows is on another level.
on
And the
another level.
reason why is because they have a lot more money to pump into these shows because they get sponsorships from like mainstream companies like TV companies and stuff like that that have a
Yeah,
lot of money. And that's the reason they can put so much into the production of these shows. And I've seen some of the media from Hong Kong and it looks insane. So that would be
Mhm.
really cool to do.
like it's even like just like I don't know. Again, I don't want to be like thing in Japan, but like when it comes to like just like gyms generally out there or just anything out there, it's always very clean. You know,
Hmm.
like I really struggled to find like a dirty basement gym the entire time I was in Korea. Like
Yeah.
couldn't find one. You know, and like I think that was a lot attested to the shows as well. There's just a lot of pride into everything they do. It's like, okay, this is like this can't be better than what it is. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't think like they would put like a pro show together unless they thought it was going to be the tits, you know.
Oh yeah,
They
100%.
know that people are going to turn up regardless. They're like, "Fuck it, you know, we'll just throw up the big stand and we'll do the black hole. We'll use the same soundtrack again."
Yeah.
Yeah, not naming any federations, but switch up your audio, please.
Funny
Please.
funny enough, Christian from UK DFBA, he messaged me about the audio for Men's Physique because he asked me what songs should we use for Men's Physique for this year, and I said anything but the ones a certain federation use.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like genuinely, like please, just like please, can we just like stop giving bodybuilders like Hans Zimmer and then stop like giving like men's physique guys like
Joel
uh,
Corey.
yeah, like fucking like the business. Like I never listened to that. It like you know what's that? I saw one show and they were playing that fucking song from like 2018 or 2019. You know those ones that's like, you know that song, mate? Worst day of
No.
my life. I hear that song. Mate, I saw one show that I was there. I was like, I actually can't be here. Like this is ass music. The
Yeah.
music is too ass. Like, just please, can we just give everybody like either just like rap, rock, or pop music that isn't cheeks.
Yeah.
You
Because
know what I think would be cool is Japanese city pop from the 80s.
yeah, it would. That would be really cool.
You know,
Yeah.
who doesn't like that? Like,
Yeah, you know what? The MBW last year. So obviously Ryan and Shay were in the same class. So Ryan came out, and when he was posing, they played "Sexy and I Know It," right? And yeah, I was like, this is great. Jack Thorburn commenting over Ryan posing "Sexy and I Know It," like this is fantastic. And then Shay comes in, and they play Papa Roach, and I'm like, well.
yeah,
Like
yes,
I'm like
someone
this is good, but you could have played it
yeah.
about 20 seconds earlier.
Yeah, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a genre jump as well.
I know.
Just
I was like,
Yeah, fuck me, man. Jesus
yeah, they
Christ.
must have like selected like 2,000 songs and just put it on shuffle, and that was it.
Yeah, actually, Kez, you're not doing the posing games this year, are you? Because that's a new thing that's coming up.
I haven't applied, so I think it's a bit too late now for me to do it. I think I'll go to like show support for Sammy and everything,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah, because I know a couple of names that are doing it. What's your boys' thoughts on that? It's because it's new. I like it personally. I think it's fun.
I've heard people saying, "Oh well, what's the point? Blah blah blah. It's just posing. It's not." For me, I love posing. It's my favorite part of bodybuilding shows.
Yeah,
are the posing routines. Like it personally, like I just love it when someone puts a cool routine together. Like the other week, I saw Derek. Derek had an amazing routine at his
yeah.
Two Bro show. And for me, like that's what I would pay money to see at a bodybuilding show, not just like some jacked guys in the 40s hitting most musculars. Like it's just
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything for me. That so yeah, like I personally love it. So it's interesting because I think they're not going to be judged on their physiques if I'm not mistaken. It's
Yeah,
just the
that's-
posing that's
think
judged.
you have to come in pretty conditioned.
What's that?
I think you need to come in like at
Yeah.
least like yes posing condition.
Yeah, for sure. But I
Yeah,
think the posing side of things is the thing that's going to be most judged. And the thing is, right, if you're not marketing it as a bodybuilding show, like have at it. It is what it is. Like as long as you're saying this is not a bodybuilding show, this is a posing show, this is posing games. Yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool because actually people are gonna really put effort into their routines then. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It's just like it just needs to be treated as something separate from bodybuilding shows, and as long as people can see that, I think it'll be fine.
yeah. I think it's cool, man. To be fair, when is it? I swear it's like late.
September.
Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
like September, October time.
I might put my name down.
You know you're gonna need to learn to pose like a bodybuilder.
Classic. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I know.
And you're gonna do that whilst prepping in men's physique as well.
Posing for classic is I know how to prep for men's physique, man. Like posing in classic, mate. I'm doing something fucking crazy, mate. You know, like I'm like starting a band. Like that's like I'm gonna be playing on stage as well, like during all of this, because I've got so many gaps in between my shows. Like I want to do something. Because last time, like in my last prep, like I'm not gonna lie, like, I got ready early, and I was just like turning up to the gym peeled, and I'm literally just peeled just to like fucking like watch reels. Like this is so stupid. Like I want to do something. Like, and like this time it's like so anytime there's a gap in between my show, I'm doing something. So I'm doing like Comic-Con on one week. I'll be playing at a venue in my new band on another week. Fuck it, we might do the posing games prior. I need stimulation at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's so there's no worse feeling than having your glutes in, and then you're just like trapped at a family function. And I'm like, what? my glutes do not need to be in for Nanny's birthday right now.
I think you'd need to apply like soon because I think most people have been accepted for it now at this point.
Yeah, they're announcing people that are actually competing, so I think
Yeah.
it might be.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to announce me. They're not going to be, guys, fans Kitness is turning up.
No, they're
Like-
doing like announcement posts and everything.
No, they're doing it now.
Fuck.
And I think you underestimate how like to get good bodybuilding posing. Like
No,
I pose for bodybuilding every single day. Like I'm good. I would say I'm better than most people at bodybuilding posing, but I'm not like Derek or Matt, for example. Like because they're masters at it and they've been doing it for years. And
Are
like
those guys competing though?
who?
Are those guys in the show?
No, I think Matt might do
Derek
it
might
because
be.
I think
Matt-
is Matt not doing it?
I can't imagine
Because
he
he's
would.
competing
gonna-
around then, isn't he?
Yeah, but I doubt he's going to spend his weekend posing when posing's pretty fucking tiresome. Like if he's between
Yeah.
shows, considering he's doing the back end of the season, I really can't imagine he says, "Oh, Tim, I'm going to do the posing games." Tim would tell him to fuck off probably. So I can't imagine because he's already got a 3-week back-to-back peak for 3 different shows. I'm pretty sure. So I can't imagine on top of that he'd chuck in opposing games on the weekend. Then he's got clients competing, so he goes to different shows. Like
It just makes sense for him, like to a degree. Like
I
Matt is
agree from a
of-
business point, but it's a lot at
but
that
just
point of
fucking
a prep.
burn it. I'm sorry, like just like don't be afraid to travel around. Like I really hate this mantra of just like, oh, I've got shows coming up in the next 5 weeks, so I can't do anything. I hate that mentality. Yes, you can. Like you really can if you want to. Like you don't have to be like fucking housebound. I get people have preference. That's fine. But like there needs to stop being such an overemphasis of like, oh, you're fucked. Like, you're not. And if you are, you've probably prepped incorrectly. That's my hot take of the day. Like, I don't know. If you wanted to, you could. If you don't want to, fair enough. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
But I just think it would be beneficial.
I think there's a balance because I've done what you said. I've done like crazy amounts. Like my last season, before my first show, I was going to shows every single weekend, traveling across the country. So I've been on the deep end of that, and it did like it kind of caught up with me after the show, and it really took it out of me, and I got super ill from that. So I think like knowing how to manage your time. And yes, doing stuff, obviously, but like if you take on too much right before your show and when you're competing, it can have a negative impact on your prep. It depends on the person, obviously. But I've seen it firsthand from my perspective. I was just like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just do whatever. I'll do everything. I'll do my full-time job. I'll do the posing coaching. I'll go to shows every single weekend. Then I'll go to Dubai and compete. And it caught up with me.
Do you regret doing that though?
No.
All right.
No, I don't regret it, but I just know now I'm not going to do that next time.
Well, you don't need to.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is like I did it and then I learned the lesson from it, which is why I don't regret doing it. But ultimately, like I know not to do a stupid amount again now, like when I'm closer to show.
I'm not saying bite off more than you can do. I'm just saying like don't preemptively assume that you can't do anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you
Like
don't
don't
need
just
to be
sit,
like-
don't just sit at home
Okay.
doing nothing.
Yeah. Right. That's an hour and 10.
Fantastic.
So I think unless the viewers are desperate to hear me talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, we can wrap up. Do we get any questions?
Yeah. Ian asked, and it was a weird question. I'm not gonna ask Noah's question that he asked, by the way, because it gets cancelled. So Ian,
What was it?
never mind.
Just show
I'll
the
tell
photo.
you after the
It's
podcast.
not, just show the photo. That won't get us cancelled. It's not that bad.
That's a good question, Noah. Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
Ian asked, "What anime character would you vote?" He says Prime Minter. I'm guessing he means Prime Minister. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's a good question. That's a good question, and this is going to require a lot of media training from everybody to make sure that you don't say something that you regret. Seriously, to be fair, the whole last episode was us just basically like saying vote Green Party.
I
Like,
think it was. Yeah, I think we're too far gone at this point.
yeah, I don't think anybody gives a fuck. Right, fantastic fucking question, Noah.
Ooh.
Do you want to go first because you
What's
watch a lot of One Piece? There's a lot of politics in One Piece. One Piece is very politically based. Like the amount of like marine what's it nots, you know?
Yeah, but I'd say that, well, you've got the fucking far right of everyone that's under the water, like Hodie Jones, and you've got the I forget what the fucking called. It's been that long. Um, the Celestial Dragons. They were quite far right, I suppose. Um, I don't really. Who the fuck would I pick?
This is a really fucking good question. I wish I had time to think and like think an answer.
I've got 2 nominations.
Okay, all right.
Right, my first one is Lelouch from Code
You're
Geass.
no what?
Right,
He's an
Lelouch.
extremist.
Oh
That's
mate, but Lelouch does everything for the greater good. So his reasons are noble for what he does. So
That
This sounds
it
quite
would be
like. This
yeah.
sounds quite like
it's for the greater
old.
good. Yeah, mass
Is it for his
euthanasia,
greater
capital
good?
punishment.
Because
Yeah,
No, it's the greater good. It's the greater good because he becomes like the villain who everyone unites against and kills, and then that brings peace and harmony between like the different warring factions.
so you
So,
want
and
everyone
he
to
is a great
revolt against our prime minister.
he is a great tactician, and he is very intelligent, and he's good at like manipulating and moving. That's just more
French
for my
Revolution.
entertainment. In terms of like, let's just say a more realistic one. I'll say Naruto, and this is because his ability, his top no jutsu ability, would be able to convince all of his enemies just to kind of just drop what they were saying, drop their point of view, and just agree with what he's saying. So I think in terms of actually uniting people, I think Naruto would probably do it best with his taught no jutsu.
Fair enough. Naruto was technically Hokage is basically prime minister. To be fair,
Yeah, to be fair, he was the actual
it's funny when you
Hokage.
put it like that. I'm gonna be prime minister. Sucks. Oh, go on now.
I think I've got my answer. I think if I'm to go out off of One Piece, I'd probably go for Garp. Now,
Okay, why?
Garp was known as obviously you've got the different marine admirals and they had their different type of justice. So like, I'm pretty sure Akainu was like exact justice and like you deal with a heavy hand and whatnot. But Garp was the hero of the Marines and he was more so about like don't blindly follow the world government's orders and absolute justice and more so protect the innocent people and the people around you. And he's got his own justice that's not bound by his higher ups, which I think that there's not been someone that's in government possibly ever that's done that.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Um, I think I've got mine. Leorio from Hunter x Hunter.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Leorio didn't want to become the chairman in the end. Like he didn't really care. All he was like was, "I just want to become the chairman so you can heal Gon," and that was his whole thing.
I still so Leorio's like he won the people's votes. The people rallied to get him.
It was literally only because he punched Jing, though, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, and I'll be honest. Out of everybody I've seen, that is the man I'd want in power. Jing. Leorio wants to be a doctor, right? So, assuming off of that, well, I just thought I'll base what I value in the political space.
Fair enough.
If he wants to be a doctor, that means there's a big push on healthcare. And if we're talking about the prime minister of this country, if we get a greater push through NHS and staffing, I think that would be fantastic. Jing also was appalled at the fact that, Leorio was appalled at the fact of how Jing was acting as a father figure and negligence toward his child. If we get more, sort of like protection plans in place and social care for the youth of this country, I think that's also something we can stand for. Those are 2 core values from Leorio alone. Plus,
The only thing, I just haven't seen the leadership abilities. I've seen good qualities for a good human being, but I don't know if he has the political acumen.
I think if he's able to unite people together, he could learn on the job quite well. He is only like 18, though. I think he's like 17, actually.
He's 17, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Fuck it. Put him in power.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
The Oriole for president.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the show then?
That's the show.
Yeah.
Right. Goodbye.